Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel, and in this video we're going to be predicting the top 7 teams and also the bottom 3 in the championship. Should have done this video a few weeks ago, but nonetheless the season is just around the corner now. How excited are you for the start of the season? We're going to kick things straight off, but before I do, hit the thumbs up on this video, see if we can get over 100 likes on this one, and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Right, 7th, it's going to be Ipswich Town for me. Sunderland's opening game on a Sunday, the 6th of August. I do believe they're going to be bringing the momentum from League One into the Championship. They've done outstanding the back end of the season, scored 101 goals in the process. 26 goals come from Chaplin, 17 of them come from Ladapo. Ones to watch also is Harness, Burns, and also Broadhead, who we all remember. Really good player if fit. Yes, I think they will finish 7th. Right now, the business end. I'm going to give you the automatic spot up next, 2nd place. These are not in order. I'm going to be giving this to Leeds United. Last season, Leeds, they did only manage 7 wins, and they finished in 19th, conceding a massive 78 goals in the process, which obviously got them relegated into the Championship. Outgoings, Rodrigo's gone, Brennan Addison is gone to Union Berlin, and also Forshaw is not got a club at all. And the reason I've gone for Leeds to get promoted is simply down to the manager. He's well known in England for his time at Norwich. His recent club previous was Borussia Mönchengladbach, but his time at Norwich, he did get them promoted. I think it was twice, I'm not 100% sure on that, but he's known and he's experienced at getting teams into the higher league. They've also got Charlie Creswell. Sunderland have been linked to him quite a few times, and he's a really good defender. He scored quite a few goals, I think it was for Millwall. And so that is a really good, solid addition to the squad. They are also linked with Swansea's goal scorer, Joel Pyro. I think it'll make the squad much stronger, and they will get 2nd spot for me. Right, everybody, so I've gone for my 5th spot is Coventry City. They finished 5th last season. You all know that Guterres has left them 31 goal contributions. Can they really replace that? They've brought in Ellis Sims. Can he really step up to the mark now? Yes, he done well and got 7 goals for Sunderland, and he was plagued with injuries most of the season. But can you really see him getting 20 plus goals for Coventry? Personally, I just cannot see it happen. And the reason Coventry got 5th last season, well, a big factor was down to the defence. They only conceded 46 goals last season, which was outstanding. They've also added a few this season as well. They've added Joel, the Jamaican from Swansea. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his second name. It's absolutely mental. Bobby Thomas and Brad Collins from Barnsley. And they've let out quite a lot of players, just to name a few. Waghorn, Dabu, Rose, obviously Guterres, and a hell of a lot more. With all that being said, they did start off slow last season, probably down to postponed games, but they finished the back end strong. They just fell apart in the game against Middlesbrough, and they just did not turn up in the semi-final. But with all that, I still think they'll make the playoffs and they'll get 5th spot again. Right, so my 4th place spot goes to Swansea City. The reason being, last season, they left the charge far too late, in my opinion. If they'd started a little bit earlier, they probably could have made the playoffs. They missed out by 3 points. In the last 10 games of the season, the 7 of them scored 20 goals in the process. If they can keep hold of some key players like Pirro, the goal scorer, obviously, Cullen and Nitcham, and add a few extra additions, I think they'll be a solid outfit next season, and they will get 4th in my opinion. Right, me 6th place spot's going to Southampton. The reason being because they're on the verge of losing Ward-Prowse and also Levia to Liverpool. It looks like it's going to happen. These deals are very close. Fabrizio Romano's tweeted it a few times, so if they lose them, they've obviously let a few players go as well this season. Theo Walcott and other clubs sniffing around Che Adams as well. In the last 14 games, they only won 1 in the Premier League. But the players they have brought in and a really good player at that, especially at championship level, is Ryan Mannon. They got him from Swansea. He had 5 goals, 10 assists, which is absolutely outstanding. They played £12 million also for Shea Charles from Chelsea. And there's quite a few other players, a French league player as well, that they've brought through the doors. So I didn't think they'll get the automatics, but they will finish in the playoffs and get 6th spot for me. Now, what you've all been waiting for is where do I think Sunderland will finish? Well, Max, are pretty obvious now. It is 3rd spot. Listen, I know the club and the board and the majority of the fans really want Sunderland to get the automatics, and that is the aim, to get promoted this season. But I still think with the calibre of teams what's come down, it is going to be hard. It's one of the hardest championship seasons as of what I can remember. Right, Sunderland, they've brought in some really good players in my opinion, ones for the future as well. We all remember last season when we hit the ground running with youth, inexperienced players in this league, and they're doing absolutely outstanding. We finished 6th. So with experience now in this league and a few extra additions, 6 are up to now in total. I think we're going to be strong. We're obviously covering places where we were thin last season. No defenders we had, no centre-backs whatsoever. Right, last 8 games, we went the majority of the season with no strikers. We've brought in 2 strikers up to now, Hamia and Mienda. Defensively, we've brought in Triantis. I think he's going to be amazing. Stilt as well, he did get an injury. Dan Neil can improve this season. He's done outstanding this season, but he can only get better with bags of experience. Scored against Gateshead as well. Chrissy Rigg, I'm absolutely really excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. He's only, what, 15, 16 year old, and he looks a wise head on young shoulders. Some of his movement is amazing to watch. With all that being said, a few more additions. Bishop, the goalkeeper, is meant to be coming through the door anytime soon, and probably is another striker, maybe an experienced striker, and I really do think we'll be solid this season. Obviously, Ross Stewart, when fit back end of September, I think he could be the league's top goal scorer. That's not me being biased. You've got to go on goals per game. I think he got 10 goals in about 11 games last season before his injury. With all that, Sunderland will finish 3rd. Now, I've gone for, which you all know by now, Leicester City to get 1st spot. I think they will win the championship. There's a few factors in there why I think they will. The only worry for me is the type of players that's left Leicester. The star players, may I say, the likes of Harvey Barnes, Evans has gotten back to Manchester United. You've got Tillemans, who's left on a free. Marty, who's went to Besiktas. Then you've got Ryan Bertrand, who's got no club whatsoever. They have brought in a few good players though. Harry Winks from Spurs. You've got Cody as well, who's came in from Everton. Hermansen, the goalkeeper, they brought in, he's a Danish international, and Wanya Marcel. They've brought in some very good players there, but will that compensate for the amount of good players that's left? Time will tell. Like I say, there's plenty time in this season yet to bring in some players, but I do feel Leicester will win the championship. Right, I do not really like to do this, but 3 teams do have to go down, and the first up, it's Cardiff City. They finished just above the drop zone. I know they have brought in some exciting players as well, but I just feel as if now is the time and they will go down. They only scored 41 goals, was it, last season? And the manager, he's never been in the AFL before, but that means absolutely nothing. They have brought in Aaron Ramsey. Listen, his career's been plagued with injuries. Is he past it now? I think he is. And I didn't think it's going to be enough, and I do think they'll finish 23rd. Rock bottom, sorry to say it, Rotherham. Listen, they're a yo-yo club. They're normally up, down, up, down. They did stop that, and they did finish 19th last season, which was outstanding, but I'm sorry to say you're going to be rock bottom this season. Right, this one, I didn't really want to pick this team, simply because they give us Bellingham, and that is Birmingham City will take the last relegation spot. I didn't really want to say that, but listen, Bellingham's gone. Chong, I thought, was absolutely amazing for them last season. He's also gone. I know they've brought in some really good players, and they've just had the takeover. They brought in Tyler Roberts and Cosgrove from Plymouth. You know what? I'm sort of to and fro between them and QPR, but I have gone for Birmingham City. Somebody has to get the spot, and I'm sorry, Birmingham it is. That's it for the video now. We might bring another one just before the window shuts. makes it a bit easier. Obviously, other players are coming in and out, so we'll have more of an understanding what the squad looks like. Do us a favour, everybody, if you're new, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. See you in the next video.